Hey guys, very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the video number 506 and you're watching youtube.com/c/Ajay Kumar Parmar, which is my channel, and I welcome all of you in this one of the exciting series which we have just started today. And here we're going to talk about the how to connect the MS Word and how to control actually the MS Word using the Excel VBA. Right, so if you're watching the channel for the first time, I just want to tell you we have got Excel VBA, Access and Access VBA, and these all videos are I have covered almost every level of this what do you call it, actually the basic level, intermediate level, advanced level, highly advanced level. Everything is covered in this in this channel, so go and have fun. Now in this video today we are going to talk about how to copy the Excel data and how to paste it in the MS Word. Right, this is the part 2. As you can see, if you haven't watched the part 1, you must watch the part 1, because in the part 1 I talked about the very basic concept which you need to know when you connect the any actually application with the Excel. But in that video we talked about video number 505, we talked about how to connect the MS Word with the Excel. So that video is must for you, right? That's a very basic video. Basic in the sense, I mean, of course it is the advanced VBA because we are talking about the other application, but in this series that's the basic one, right? So let us go and today see that what we have to cover. And this is all about my sequence. If you want to start your learning on this channel, Excel VBA, Excel Access Frontend, Access VBA, please go and pause the video and note down all these playlist sequence, right? Because a lot of you ask me that there are so many videos, and if they want to start the learning, how they can do that. So this is the sequence for you guys. Please follow this sequence. And we have already uploaded so many videos on how to connect the Outlook, how to connect the PowerPoint, how to connect the the MS Access. So everything you'll find on this channel, guys, everything. Now this is the MS Word, which is a new series we have started. So let's talk about it and let us see that what we have to do. So in this video we are going to see that, let's say you have a data here and you want to paste this data, you want to copy this data and you want to paste it in, let's say, MS Word. So how you can do that, right? We're going to talk about that, guys. So let us do, and let us start the first, actually the practical code. So I go to the Visual Basic, and this is actually I talked about in my previous video, this entire code. So you must go and watch that video, because in this video I'm not really going to explain that, right? So now what we need to do here is that, and by the way the playlist name is that Excel how to connect MS Word with the Excel. That's the playlist name there, right, which I have recently created for you. Now guys, obviously we have to first open the MS Word, and then in the MS Word we would like to copy this table and we would like to paste there. So this is what we are going to do in this video. Now the first thing is which we want to do, obviously we will have to tell the Excel VBA that we are going to communicate with the MS Word application. And as you know, if you would have seen the first video, we need to activate the library called MS Word. So I just go and press M, and you just scroll it down, because Microsoft Word is the library which is going to come after your this UVW, after this V, and this is where we have this library. Make sure you check mark that, click OK, and when you click back you must have that library activated, right? So just to reconfirm, I click on the tool reference and I see this Microsoft Word 16.0. If you have a different version, you will find the different number there. That doesn't create any problem. Now let us go and write the program, guys, right? So I write here paste Excel into Word, right? Now how to begin with? Now as you know that the first thing which I will do is I will simply create my MS Word application, and this is how you're going to create that application. Now the next thing which I will do is I will create that Word document, which I'm going to refer it to as WD, which is my object. So this is how we write it, and this is late binding, early binding approach, right? We are using the early binding approach. Now when this is done, I would simply go, and as you know that if you would have seen that previous video, we will make this document visible, right? And I'll just go and get it activate as well. Now I'll show you if I just run F8, see what is going to happen. Let me just minimize the height of this. Alright, so we go and activate this. So now this is going to take a little bit of time in my machine. It's actually creating that WD object, which is going to be considered as the MS Word object, obviously. Now we are going to make this visible, guys. Now once I have made that visible, I'm going to activate that, right, so that you can actually also see that application coming in front of you. Right now, once I do that, oops, I got the error, cannot activate this application. So what's wrong with this? Let's just quickly have a look where I'm actually going wrong. Well, I'm so sorry, it should have been true. My mistake, guys. I just make it visible, rerun it. Okay, so now you can see that on my taskbar the MS Word is activated, actually visible. And now the moment I run this wd.activate, you can see that the word is coming in front of you. Well, this we already have seen them in the previous video. Now what is the next thing I want to do? Now this is your MS Word application. Now I want to tell you something, guys, here before we copy this. Now basically what will happen, we will define this range. Right, I will define this range in the Excel VBA, and I will say that my range actually refers to A1 to F12. Right, now once I have done that, I will copy that and I will go in the MS Word, and as you can see here that MS Word is already done. Right, it's there, but right now we don't have the document created, so we will go and use the document class. Right, so it's gonna work like this. If I just show you in, let's say, a sheet 2. So the first thing which we need to understand, that in order to work with the MS Word, first of all we will create a Word application. We will create the Word object, and so the Word object is already created. You can see that. Once the Word object is done, what is the next thing I want to do? Well, the next thing which I want to do is, then I would like to go and use the one of the class called document, because you have to create the document if you want to work in the MS Word. Right, now this means that, let's say, if you just have the Excel, and that Excel, the ribbon is not working, right, there is no actually the spreadsheet, it doesn't make any sense for us to use it. Right, definitely we need the sheets there. And similarly, when you run this line, if you look at this line again, let me just run this code here. You see that when the MS Word object created, it actually shows completely blank. If you haven't paid attention, I'll just show you again. Look at this. This is now the MS Word, but the ribbon has no features. You can see they are all unhighlighted. Right, so this basically opens the Word layout, but now we have to add the document here. So that is why we're going to use the document class. Now once you use the document class, how you do use the document class? Well, I explained that in my previous video also. So you can declare here Word underscore, let's say, document. I just write here as Word dot document, and then set WD underscore doc equals to, then you got to add a document. Now document, where you're going to add it? Obviously this document is a part of this Word application, so you will have to add that document there. So this is how we write. Right, so I'm just going to write WD. WD is my MS Word, so we just write document dot add. Right, now it's more of a like the PowerPoint. If you have seen my videos on the Excel VBA PowerPoint, then you see that there what we do is we create the PowerPoint application. Right, and once we create the PowerPoint application, what is the next thing we do? We actually add the presentation. Right, and once we add the presentation, guys, we work on that presentation. Right, it's sort of that thing. Right, so document comes after your Word application. Once you have done that, and then we are going to copy that range and we are going to paste that range. Right, so let's talk about the range first of all. Now you know that your range is in the sheet 1. So what I will do is I will simply go and say that my range as range. Right, now we are talking about the Excel VBA here. Right, so we will use this range. So this is how we define our range object. Set my range equals to it is a sheet 1. So I write the sheet 1. If you have a different sheet name, you can write the that sheet name. So here we are going to simply write that A1 to what it is going to be, A1 to F12. So I'm just going to write here A1 to F12, and this is how I define my range. Now you know that range can be copied, so if I just say that my range dot, you'll get to see that copy object. Now this is what we need to do. I'm just going to copy that range. Now once you have that range copied, what you want to do, guys? Well, obviously you would like to go and paste that range in the, you know, that document, right? So we already have defined our document where this range actually is going to be pasted. So basically this range is coming from your Excel application, because you know you have actually copied that. So you can see that this is your, basically this is your Excel application, and from this Excel application you're just going to copy that range and you're going to paste that in the document. So let us see that how we can now do this, you know, the paste stuff in the MS Word document. Now since we have copied this range, guys, my range dot copy, in the next line I want to paste that data in the document, right, which we have created using this line, which is word dot documents dot add. So how to write that? So what you're going to do now is, in this line, you know, my document is, or what is my document object? It's wd underscore doc. I'll simply go and write wd underscore doc, and then dot, and then write, you know, I'm gonna write here range and dot paste, or paste and format, or you know, paste special. You can also use the paste special. I'll just simply keep it paste. Right now this line should actually paste the data you know, on the Word document. So let us go and run this entire code once again. Right, so let me start the code. There we go. So wd document is created. Now let's make it visible, and the moment I run this, you can see on my taskbar the word is coming. Look at this here, guys. Right now I want to actually go there, so this is not mandatory, you can avoid that, but I just want to show you. So you see that the word actually is activated. Now the document is going to be added, guys. You can see in the background, right? Look at this, the blank page is coming, right? Exactly the same way when you write the presentations, right? I'm again repeating, you can know more about the other objects also on this channel, how to connect the Excel with the PowerPoint, how to connect Excel with the Outlook, how to connect Excel with the Access. So we have got a lot of videos there, especially on the Outlook itself. I think we got around 45-46 videos. All videos are amazing, right? So, and this is the series which we have just started. So I hope that when you see these videos, you'll ask the questions, and then I'm going to upload that, and you will have more videos here, right, in the coming time. Anyway, so now let's come back to the topic. So this is how I have defined my range. This is going to be the Excel range, obviously, and now this should be copied, and once this is copied, now when I run this line, it should now get pasted on the document, isn't it? So let me run this. So I run this, and as you can see here, the macro finished, and wonderful. So now you have this, actually the range, you know, of that Excel is pasted. Well, I know that it is not actually fitting into this screen properly. Let's talk about that as well, but this is how, you know, it should actually have been pasted, but this is pasted here. Amazing, right? So while teaching you, I also, you know, I'm going to learn the VBA more, and the MS Word VBA. So I fully need your support, guys. You must have the questions coming, must subscribe to the channel, and must click on the like, because when you guys click on the like, you know, it gives a lot of strength and inspiration that somebody is there, you know, who is admiring your work, and you need to come back with some another video, you know, for that person. I mean, for you all, right? So now just one thing I want to do. Obviously this is incomplete. We would like to put this in the center, right? So let me close that. Now in order to do that, what we need to do, so once the range is pasted here, you know, once you have the range pasted here, so once we have the range done, you know, in the word part, then what we would like to do, that the word range, so I write here, this is your basically the word data, or you can call it the range as well. Well, you shouldn't use the range word because it's a word, but you know, I'm just simply referring to the Excel range. Now once you have that the word data here, you know, what you want to do is you actually want to align it. So what happens, here comes the another class which we are going to use, right? So to put that data in the center alignment, right, we are going to use the tables class, right? So to use the table class which comes after once you have the document added, right, this is what we are going to do. So we are going to use this, put the data. I just paused the video and I drew these icons to save the time. So now we're going to paste that data in the tables. Now how are we going to do that? So guys, for that we are going to use another class. So I just go and write here, let's say the word table, or I would write here the doc table actually. So you define the table as let's say doc underscore table as word dot table, right? This is the another class we are going to use. And now we're going to set up the table. So we write the table set doc table equals to, now it's a part of document, right, obviously, because first the word comes and then after the word you added the document, and now in the document further we have the table which we are going to refer to as our pasted range, right? So obviously we write the document, your document is wd underscore d, right, and then you're going to write here tables, and that's my first table. So you define this as a table 1, just like in PowerPoint, you know, you use the slide 1, slide 2, slide 3 of that particular presentation, right? So if you know the connectivity part of the PowerPoint, if you have seen that the PowerPoint area, the videos, this is going to help you a lot, right? So now once we have the table done, what is the next thing I want to do in this? Now these tables, when you define these tables, they have the, you know, the property. So what you do is the method, I write the table name. What is my table name? Table obviously is my doc underscore table dot auto fit behavior. This is the method I'm going to use. Now what you want is, I want to fit the content, I want to fix, or I want to fit with the window. So I use this wd auto fit window, right? Now let us go and run this. So I'm just going to immediately press F5 to save the time, because we have already seen this code, that how it pasted the, you know, the range there. Now you can see here in your this in the background we have the table pasted, right guys, and we know that this is not properly aligned. But the moment I run this line, this, let's see what it is going to do, because this is your table 1 basically. The moment you run this, look at this, beautiful. So you have actually your entire data fit into the window, right? So now further you can also go and make this, you know, let's say you want to make it bold, you want to make it italic. So what you're going to do is just select the table. So I just write here dot select, and once you have done it, we're going to make it dynamic, bold, sorry. So we write doc table, this range has to be bold, right? So I just write here true. Again the same table, which is my table 1, and the range of that has to be, let's say, italic as well, right? And finally when we are done, we are just going to close that. So if you want to save this document somewhere, what will you write? Now when you go and close the Excel files, how do you write it? Obviously you write workbooks.close, you know. So same way now you write the document.close, but you now need to understand that, you know, to close it, what is your basically the document? Your document is, your MS Word is WD. You can see that this is my WD, isn't it? So what I will do is, I will first of all save this. So I'm just going to use the, you know, the save as method. So first of all, I'm simply going to that this document should be closed. So I just write here document dot save as. You can see here I'm going to use actually save as too, and then I'll give the path. So this should save in my D drive, guys, with the name of, let's say, Ajay, and you got to write the document extension docx, right? And once I have saved that, I'm just going to close that. So you write here document dot close, right? And make sure you write here true, so that this, it should not ask you to do any changes, right? Because obviously when you're going to paste the data, it is going to ask you, would you like to save the changes or not? And I'm writing true, which means that it's simply close and it is not going to ask you anything. The changes will be saved. Now I just put the break code here, and I just close this word, and I say don't save, and we will run this again. So I hit on this F5. Let us see that how it is going to work. We have already seen the code there up till this line. So now this is going to auto fit it, and as you can see it is auto fitted. Now I'm just going to paste select this line. So there we go. Now it has to be bold. You can see that it is bold, and I want to make it italic also. You can see that, guys, it is italic. Now this document one right now has no name, so the moment I press F8, you see that in the background ajay.doc. This is done, and this now should go and close, and that's it, guys. This is how your code looks like. This is your code, very simple, right? And I hope I was able to explain you. Now let me just put some space here so that you can see the entire code. This is how the code is. This is the entire the coding, right? So if you go to the D drive, obviously you'll find that document there, right? So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much, and I will be back with the series number 3 in this the MS Word connectivity. Till then, you stay happy and have a fantastic learning on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.